Which
you
one
have
you
to
choose?
work Christmas Day, but you
Yeah.
have to work Christmas Day, but you get Valentine's Day Eve off.
So you just come in tired.
I slap a motherfucker in their face if they ever told me I have Valentine's Day Eve off. Just get all your shopping done beforehand, buddy, and then she won't be as mad when you gotta come into work. Bitch, I'm already coming into work. Shut up.
I don't know what I did to this pillow, but
Jake, we know what you did to that pillow. That pillow is now the main suspect of the latest episode of SVU. In Belleville, sexually based crimes are considered especially heinous. These are the people here who try these convicts.
I came prepared today. I just brought the whole bottle over here.
Boy, what? Come on, Jake. Stop fucking with me, bro. I'm with you, dog. What you on, Wazzy?
I'm doing Lacroix and vodka.
That's sexy.
I even got the matching Jameson glass.
That's like coming out with the whole Nike fit on or something, boy. The whole Nike jumpsuit on, boy. You just killed the game today, boy. But for real though, just to start it off, what y'all are you choosing to have Christmas Day off or New Year's Day off? What's Christmas more important?
Day.
New Year's Day or New Year's Eve? So let's start there. What's more
Day.
appealing? New Year's Day or New Year's Eve to y'all?
New Year's Day.
I think so too, because I can get off. I could work on New Year's Eve, but I'm going hard on New Year's Eve that night, no matter what. So if I can have that next day off, I think it's more important to me than having the day of New Year's Eve off and then having to worry about all the parties going on that night and staying up till midnight and waking up. So I agree. Now, do you Christmas Day over New Year's Day? It's pretty clear cut, right? It's Christmas Day, right?
I don't really care either way.
Sorry, you went hardcore robot there.
Oh shit!
Christmas Day for sure.
For sure. But I think there's somebody out there,
hands down,
without a family or who just never got gifts on Christmas with they broke ass that would rather have New Year's Day off. I'm gonna post that up and see what the people thinking. But it's gotta be Christmas, bro. It's Christmas. It's too happy of a day. It's too good.
I mean, I really don't care either way.
Yeah, but see, like Christmas is specifically a Christian holy day.
True.
You know, so like, what the fuck does Christmas matter in Bangladesh?
Nothing. We ain't talking about no goddamn Bangladesh, motherfucker. We talking about America. We talking about the United goddamn of States. where we celebrate Christmas, goddamn it. But I feel you though. But we really is just talking about here and us and specifically because we all celebrate each of these holidays. Now, what's y'all favorite holiday then?
Easter, Pascha, hands down.
Well, okay. And what's yours, Wazzy?
My birthday.
Is that a holiday?
It is for me.
Other people get your birthday off.
I get it off. Dave gives me that day off. He's like, Jake, go visit Wazzy.
Happy Wazzy Day. Besides your birthday,
Dave's like, go pay Wazzy a visit.
I think my top three though. I think Christmas is number one. I think Thanksgiving is number two. I'd have to think about the third. It might be. It's between New Year's or Halloween. I'd have to really think about it though. I fuck with Halloween heavy, especially now that I got a son and I got so many ideas for our family costumes, and plus it's around like YumaCon and shit, so I get to wear my costumes twice. I've yet to wear a costume to one of the cons though. I just don't got the balls for that yet, y'all. I don't know if I ever will, but I throw on a cool anime backpack for you motherfuckers and one of them shirts I bought, but I can't go out there.
You won't go full costume?
Nah,
full cosplay?
I think I missed that wave, bro. I got a beard and shit. They might think I'm old and weird. I don't know.
You are.
It ain't no like real black characters neither. Like, I don't know. I have to really think about it. So Easter, because you be starving for 40 days and then you can finally eat again, Jake.
Well, I ain't starving, man. I'm eating good that whole Lent, bro. You just gotta figure out how to make it happen. It takes some ingenuity, okay, but it happens.
Okay, you gotta have some imagination to be down with the Orthodox.
Yeah, but it's funny because Julia kind of got into it a little bit here and started experimenting with making like some Indian food, and she's made curry, like a couple of different types of curry. And she's like, damn, I really enjoy making this shit. But there was no reason for us to ever go down that route other than because of Orthodox Lent and eating vegan, you know?
I'd be forgetting that their Indian food is it's a lot of vegetarian and vegan styles of Indian food that you can make. So that's fire. We just bought some yesterday because They said it, and I'm like, fuck, I ain't had it in so long, and I don't know when I'm gonna ever have it again. So I'm let's get it. It was delicious though. I had to get the butter chicken, you know, the first thing that be going out the pan. So when you hit that,
which isn't Indian at all. Yeah, which is hilarious. It's like British Indian.
Yeah. But fuck it.
Yeah, delicious as fuck. And I mean, somewhere down the road they were in India, so.
I passed through that bitch at one point, which y'all won't. Secondly, could you make a band called Down with the Orthodox? Or would that be seen as an attack on the church?
Ooh, it depends. If you're doing like Gregorian fucking chanting like some papist, then yeah, it would probably be a bad idea.
I just imagine like you see the name and you like, damn, I don't know where this is going. So I gotta hit play.
Right, like
I gotta hit play.
Are we down or are we going down?
Which down is it? I fucking hate the 2020 lingo. I hate lingo. Fire. Cheers. Jack is off the Big Jack is off the Woodford Reserve. Jakey is off the JMO in the JMO glass. What you off of, Wazzy?
I've got the Tito's and Lacroix lime.
Okay,
nice refreshing drink.
The Lacroix. Can't believe y'all be drinking that shit, boy. I just need to see the demographics of who buys Lacroix from the store.
Okay, time out. So I actually picked up an 8-pack of Lacroix earlier today for Julia. It was what the fuck was it, like something in cucumber, and but she's got the mint cucumber. She got the mint cucumber Kettle One, anyways, and stuff like that. But it tastes real fucking good. I think it's like grape and cucumber.
Grape cucumber Lacroix.
I love how
Lacroix.
I love how it always says like essence.
Yeah,
like
they don't get your hopes up.
Cucumber essence.
Yeah, we didn't even put none in here. Actually, we just waved it across the barrel, and then just the wind from the cucumber is inside of it, and we just trapped it. That's the essence. Not even that. It's like someone ate a cucumber 2 days ago and walked past the barrel and farted. And that's fucking cucumber essence, I guess. Don't you ever say my essence is a fart. You just disrespected every cucumber across the globe, bro. Okay.
Here's your demographic data.
Who's talking about sparkling water? Okay. So 65% females. I knew that. Who's talking about it? Oh, this is who talking about it. And then what's them numbers there? Why you gonna have to break them down? They're a little fuzzy
it's
here.
Young kids, 13 to 17 are like 2%.
Mm-hmm.
18 to 24 is about 40
Mm-hmm.
or 38.5. 25 to 34 is 47.
Mm-hmm.
And then 35 to 44 is 12%.
You see that 47% is our age, our people getting all. Sometimes I hate us so much. Sometimes, not all the time, because we have rights, Jake, and people don't do things without. This is like this. Did our market strategies do this survey?
No, but it looks like something that we could have produced.
I know word cloud when I see it. God damn it.
They always were on about that fucking word cloud. And damn you if anything happens with the ability to load that shit.
What is wrong with you?
The problem is nobody knows how to use a word cloud because it doesn't actually convey any information.
It tells you the words that people mostly use, Wazi, and then from those words you have to decipher what they mean. And so if everybody's saying down, as in down with the Orthodox, are they talking about I'm down with them or I'm taking them down? We have to have experts to explain these motherfucking verbs and shit. Or if they're verbs. Is this a verb? Is this a noun? Is this an adverb? You don't know without these experts in these word clouds.
We need to get Angela
some ethnicity in there too. But I knew it was women. I knew it was women our age.
And you know it's white.
You said it.
Hey, I'm married to one, so
it ain't nothing wrong with it, bruh. It's just the power of certain demographics is so strong. Like y'all can keep Lacroix just financially stable forever. Now, do you drink the water by itself, Wazi, or only when you using it as a mixer?
Both. I mean, I enjoy water. I love just normal water anyway.
That shit just don't taste good to me. So my next question was about to be, did it taste good to you off top, or did you force yourself to like it, like by constantly drinking it?
No, so
acquired taste, if you will.
I wouldn't say it was acquired, but when I first tried it, I was not expecting it. So I'm like, all right, what the hell is that? I don't like it. But then once I understood what it was, where it was a fizzy drink that just, it's healthier than pop, but it gives you that feeling. I'm like, all right, I can get behind it.
Can you hear that feeling?
See,
that's a nice.
I enjoy mineral water. I enjoy sparkling water, but I'm okay with shit like Lacroix, but it's just that essence. Like I want that flavor. I don't.
Is it the fact that they use that word that just makes it taste nasty to you, Jake?
What? No, it's just that it's so weak. Like
okay, I feel you.
Hit me with the flavor.
Yeah. You like y'all used essence and y'all used it correctly because that's all the fuck it is in here. Yeah,
I mean, sometimes you just want a little tickle.
But there are drinks like that. We used to drink that shit all the time. What was that old ass flavored water shit? Huh? I know you would just say Tang.
You talking about Propel?
Yeah, like Propel. Yeah, we used to drink that shit, like that flavored water shit. And
yeah,
it was good,
bullshit.
But it wasn't like it was only certain flavors that was good. They had like 10 flavors and only 2 of them was good. And I'd have to even look back to see which ones it was. But
Devil Purple water.
I fuck with sparkly water, and I know that sound gay. Fuck y'all, no homo. Pause. Whatever you need me to say. I like a little sparkle in my water every now and again. I ain't mad enough to not to deny it. But that Lacroix shit, I can't fuck with it, bro. And maybe it is the fact that it is like an essence, and it feel like it's just teasing me. Like, bitch, either give it or don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just the tip. I don't want just a tip. Just give it or don't.
We're either on or we're off.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. We either
It's
in or
binary.
We out. We either in or we out, baby. Ones and zeros. You want to fuck about a half? Okay, so episode 13 of No Consensus Podcast. We done bullshitted for 15 minutes, and this is Mike Jack here with my humble, gracious, and delicious friends, Jake Foster and Wazzy. Wazzy. I was about to say Wazzy Wozniak. John Wozniak. Ooh, I got that Rona. To my left of the motherfucking stage is the bearded one, aka the bearded one, aka churched up shoddy, Jake Foster. And below me is Wazzy, the woozy war master, aka keto therapy. Oh, that was fire. Aka the young god himself, John Wozniak. And I'm Mikey. And welcome to another episode of this fire. So we started.
Why am I War Master?
So speaking of Wazzy the guy, oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Ooh, we gotta get our Michigan on. Ooh, go ahead. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, go right ahead. Wazzy asked why he was the war master. And I just see you as in another life before this one, Wazzy. I just feel like you was a great tactician. Like, I feel like you were somebody behind the scenes, really helping out with the strategy and of the war.
He's the Polish Sun Tzu.
The art of the motherfucking war, bro. You got it in you, Waz. And I feel
art
like
of the war, art of the Waz.
The art of the Waz, bro. And I just feel like you led many a soldier to victory just on that little game board that they use so that they don't actually gotta get stabbed and shit. You was the risk master. You was busting kids' ass in risk in fucking third grade. Kids, them motherfuckers only knew about trouble and how to go around the board. You want to play risk on their ass. What y'all talking about? I'm trying to take over the world. And yes, we go play for 6 hours. And no, you can't go nowhere.
No
full game
breaks.
You bet not therapy. You take a piss, Germany gonna be gone. I swear to God, don't you leave this board. Don't you leave this board.
If you're gonna leave, then I get one of your countries.
Imagine that being a rule, y'all. In order to leave the game for any extended amount of time, you had to offer something up to the gods in order to be able to take a break. And the gods is everybody else playing the game. I actually like that.
Speaking of Waz the guy, man.
I was gonna say I'm strangely okay with that rule.
I actually kind of like that.
Yeah. Speaking of Waz the god, what about Charlamagne?
Oh man, we was going. Okay, so we'll get into this now. Did you watch the video at all, Wazzy? And I wanted to message you to tell you specifically to watch it so that we can talk about it a little bit.
What video?
The one where Joe Biden jumped on Charlamagne, did an interview with Charlamagne, and then where he said the shit at the end where he say, if you can't tell between voting for me or Trump, you ain't black. Did you watch that video?
I stopped paying attention to him a long time ago.
This just
I see him
yesterday.
as a I know. Oh, I remember that video. I don't know. I see him as a senile old man and don't really care what he says.
That's why I wanted you to watch this video, man.
He could be your president, though, Waz.
And the reason why I wanted you to watch it was because I know you. I wanted you to have just a third opinion on the situation. You probably would have had the same opinion we got, but just another one would have added a little depth to the conversation. But before we even get to the "you ain't black," if you can't tell whether you want to vote between me or Trump thing. That was actually the very end of that whole interview, right? So I got way more out of that little 18-minute interview than just that last sentence. So did you watch the whole thing, Jake?
I did not watch the whole thing. I just saw that last bit, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah,
especially
I should have told both of y'all to just watch it. It's just a quick 18-minute, John. But Okay, so here's my takeaways, y'all. You let the media tell it, right? Before I get into this, Jake, how much have you watched like his full conversations? You watched most of the debates, right? And
I've watched all the debates. Yeah.
yeah. So during those debates, what did you think about Joe as a speaker? Did he seem like he was off at all, or was it just, I don't know. Do you see because the main thing right now is dementia? He can't keep up with himself and blah blah blah. Is that something that you had to take away from him during the debates at all?
Oh yeah.
Okay. But how
Yeah,
bad?
and
though?
especially in addition, so the debate's not so bad.
Mhm.
His other speaking adventures, I think is the only appropriate term. Those have been hilariously ridden with dementia, much more so than any of the debates. But like him talking about the going swimming and the his leg hairs and the kids touching his leg hairs and shit like that. Like he's just chock full of all sorts of very weird, random ass shit that, like, Grandpa, you okay?
No, he's not.
So I have not watched as much Joe Biden speaking moments or anything as other people have, including you, Jake, because like I said, I know you've watched all the debates and you've kept up with a lot of stuff. So this is actually, it's not the first, but it's for a minute. I haven't heard him speak in a long term in a while. So this is one of my first times listening to him speak for a minute, you know, an extended period of time in a minute. So through 18 minutes, the video is like 18:30 or something like that, right? For the first 16 minutes, Charlamagne only asks 2 questions, and Joe Biden talks for, you know, like 8 minutes in between each question. And he just rambles on, and he stumbles over a few words. Let me make that clear. There's a couple things that he says incorrectly because he's going through stuff, because he's rambling. But I didn't get dementia from the interview. I just got I got a man who came into an interview with a point he wanted to make. And damn what questions you gonna ask me. I'm gonna answer your question that you say in the first 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna figure out how to transition it to what I really want to talk about. And that's what he did, bro. He did that for so long, and I can't stand people who just ramble, bro. Like, you didn't answer his question. You're not getting to your point. Like, if Charlamagne said something along the lines of, and he didn't even ask you this question, but this is the question he keeps trying to answer that wasn't asked to him during this interview. Why should you get the black vote? And somehow he's trying to answer that question, but he's not answering it. His response to himself. Let me keep him because, and I'll preface this: Charlamagne's been pretty critical of Joe Biden over the last few months, and even more than that during the presidential election. But the same reason we're all critical, the same reason anybody who's logical will be critical. You have to, it's Trump, man. You got to do better than what you're doing right now. You can't go up there, you can't have people think you have dementia when you're trying to run for president. You can't say these things like you just said with me today and expect to beat this man. It's not a layup, bro, because if it was a layup, and Charlamagne says this, he wouldn't have won in 2016. This is something that you're going to actually have to run for, be presidential, and do it right. So the whole time, and I just want to hear what your thoughts is on the actual comment after this, but the whole time, I feel like he's trying to answer this question that wasn't asked to him. And why should I get the black vote? And his only response to the reasoning is that I've always had the black vote. And then he starts naming times where he's run for mayor, run for, you know, whatever he's ran for to go up in the political chain. Look at my numbers. Look at who came out to vote for me. I've always had the black vote, blah, blah, blah. But what you don't understand, Joe, is that just because they voted for you yesterday is not a reason for somebody to vote for you today. What are you doing today? And what are you going to do tomorrow that is going to make me feel like my vote counts and matters? And it's going to be well placed if I vote for you. Because you also assuming that if I'm not voting for you, I'm voting for Trump, as if there's not, other people running for office, bro. And I know we both know that throwing a vote that other way, those people not going to win, but you never know what's going to eventually spark another party to win, whether it's in 2020, 2024, 2028. You know what I'm saying? Probably all you need is the right candidate to vote. So you can't tell people if you ain't black, you ain't black if you can't tell the difference between voting for me or Trump, because there's other people voting as well. Are white people not white if they vote for Trump over you, or are they extra white if they vote for Trump over you? What about Mexicans? What about Asians? It's too many races for you to just throw it out here like this, and you can't tell me that if you should vote for me now because they voted for me yesterday. That's not enough for me. I'm sorry. I'm 29 years old. What you gonna do when you become president to make your vote matter? Period. Point blank, bro.
I mean,
was his comment there really any different than the whole Tara Reid comment that he made? Because it kind of basically sounds the same, but woman instead of black.
What did he say to Tara Reid again? You want to pull
he
it up?
pretty much said
go ahead.
He pretty much said something to the effect of, if you don't feel comfortable voting for me because of Tara Reid, or if you believe Tara Reid, then don't vote for me.
Okay.
So pretty much, if
I believe that you sexually assaulted Tara Reid, okay, yeah, I won't vote for you. It ain't hard. But I'm sure, how did he say it though? Is there any clips of it? Because he probably said it condescendingly, like, if you believe that bullshit, just don't vote for me. I don't need your vote anyway. I'm just making an assumption. I haven't heard it, so the only reason. Go ahead. It
was one of those things where it made no sense. The comment made no sense to make.
It doesn't make sense at all. Why would you?
No.
This is a woman who's come out and said something like this against you. You can't kill him. You got to kill him with kindness with shit like this, bro. You can't attack.
Well, and you can't say that in a post-Me Too world.
Exactly. I don't know when you could have said that.
Right.
Truthfully, it's easier to say shit like that in the past, right? Because it wasn't going viral as soon as you said it. He said that shit, you ain't black, on Charlamagne shit at like 9 a.m, and it was viral at 9:15, bro. And so go ahead.
I got a few things with what he said, because like you said, it doesn't matter if you had the black vote yesterday, because Mike, you're not your grandfather. You're not your dad.
Nope.
You have a whole different set of needs and interests than they did. They didn't have student loan debt like our current generation, whether you're white or black, have. No. And in addition to that, I find it very odd talking about the black vote the way we do, as if Mike, you, Show, and all other black folks are gonna vote the same way, as if you're not individuals.
Right.
It's fucking mind-blowing to me. That's some of the most racist shit, I think.
It is. Because me and Shonda didn't even vote the same on the primaries.
Right.
So, and now that you out here, I'm sorry, you going against Trump. I'm still having a hard time just throwing a vote. Just like it was hard it should be why is it hard? Y'all keep putting out these people who it's hard for me to make a decision on if not voting is the same as just throwing you a vote so we get Trump out of there. Like, who are you? And the same thing you said, Jake, not only am I not my grandfather, you're not the same Joe Biden, bro. The Joe Biden at 20 years old and 30 years old that was going back to the projects, like he said in the interview, and doing all this footwork in the community and trying to help people out. That's not you no more. So yeah, he voted for you because he saw you out here putting in work, doing the right things, having those right morals. How do I know that 75 or 76-year-old Joe Biden got those same morals, that same fight in him, and that same what's the word I'm looking for? Motivation that 25, 30-year-old Joe Biden had. I don't, and you're not showing me. All I keep seeing you is whispering and tickle people's ears and shit. You can't speak white whenever you get on the whenever you get live on anything. You ramble and you fucking up words, and I'm just not impressed, bro. It should be easy to beat Trump. It should be easy. Be a fucking nice guy,
right?
You know, be respectful and not have no goddamn sexual allegation shit just always popping up. I just always assumed that the people who became president was being groomed to be president since they was born. So that shit like this just never popped up. Like, you don't gotta sexually harass nobody, baby. Come on over to this brothel. We gonna get your nut off, and then you go home, and nobody ever know. We got these special maids for you if you need anything. I mean, anything. Let them know. I just always assumed that's how it was. Motherfuckers want to tickle armpits and shit.
Those days are over, man.
Yeah, they gotta be. So just at the surface value, like before I even think about it, to read the sentence and to hear him say it, and let me also say, y'all, he didn't even say that clear. Shalana and I had to rewind it twice to even actually hear the exact words he said. He stumbled across that sentence too. If you can't figure out what Trump or me, you ain't black. Like, he stumbled across that sentence itself. I had to go back twice to be like, what, did he say that? Yeah, he said it.
Do you think it was a line he was planning on saying and just was trying to find a way to say it?
Nah, because they was rushing him off that bitch. They told him his time was done like 3 minutes before they even got to that part. And Charlamagne is just such a good interviewer that he kept asking. He got, so like I said, 18 minutes. He only asked like 2 questions in the first 16, but then the last 2, he got a few in and some few crucial ones. Asking about his running mate and how he felt about that and why, and asking him about, did you know that people were like, hell no to that Amy chick? Like, you know, he snuck that in, and he snuck the other thing in. And why is he? I had to watch it one more time. Maybe he did have it on his head because the context of which he said it didn't really make sense. So I gotta watch it one more time to see if because the way the article says it and the way that people say it, they kind of think he was directing that toward Charlamagne at first, but to say it to Charlamagne is still saying it to everybody, because it's if I say, Jake, if you can't decide whether you want to vote for Trump or Joe Biden, you ain't white. Yeah, I'm talking to you. But that does also, I'm not white if I can't decide if that also does go to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
And like I said, he's been crucial to Joe. Joe, as soon as the interview started, Joe was like, yeah, I know you've been crucial to me. So he already knew Charlamagne's stances on shit. So it was a little tension to start it off. So I had to watch it again. Wise, he might have had that on his I don't know, his notes on his index card.
The funny thing to me is like to go ahead and paint it like, because what he said like wasn't just if you can't vote between, because it all started when Charlamagne said, well, we got a couple months till November, so we've got questions for you that you need to answer and stuff. He's like, questions? You know, if you can't figure out if you want to vote for me or Biden or
that's
Trump,
what it was,
then you ain't black, and stuff, and which is hilarious because like as soon as Kanye was saying that wild ass Trump shit, Charlamagne had him like sat down with him. It was like, you know, this is fucked up, right? So obviously Charlamagne's not some like Trump dick writer or anything like that. And stuff. So, and then to go ahead and paint it like this is a black and white sort of thing when there's plenty of third parties. And yeah, you could go ahead and say that voting third party is throwing your vote away, but that's fucking stupid. Give me something that's not a shit sandwich. You know, like I'm willing to settle for a fucking salad without any dressing on it.
Yeah, for sure.
But neither of you guys are giving me that at all.
Like, what was your first impressions when you seen the sentence, Waz? Or did you read the article? What you saying first, Jake? Just the article or what?
I think I said.
I think it was just a quote, basically.
Yeah,
it was a tweet, a 32-second tweet.
What you think when you had first read that or seen it? Juan?
Again, it's one of those things that why would you say that? What I don't know, just why?
Yeah.
I mean, it
Exactly.
it doesn't do anything good. It doesn't do anything bad. It's a statement that doesn't lead anywhere for anyone.
And it's now done bad.
Mm-hmm.
You see the memes, and once the memes take over, buddy. Jesus Christ. It's supposed to be quarantine time, bro. It's you're supposed to be able to
Which
just
is meme making time.
rep. Yeah, like me, yeah, for sure. This prime meme, these motherfuckers been waiting on something to jump on, boy. They've been twiddling their fingers. So you ain't did nothing but served up a meatball.
You have these meatballs today, Mike.
I don't know. I just love that analogy. You throwing meatballs over the plate. I just love that shit. Hey, what the fuck you mean you throwing a meatball? I can throw a meatball pretty fast, I think. But they always say it in baseball. I mean, like, a meatball smaller than a baseball, and I can throw it pretty fast. Like, I'm not serving up no meatballs. That should be a compliment.
Yeah, you're right. You are serving up a meatball because I'm tearing into it, right?
Bars. But I just now I'm super. I'm ready for these presidential elections to start, man. Because
bro, wait till the debates.
Have y'all seen Trump's website? He's literally selling T-shirts to say "You ain't black" or something. Quoted Joe Biden. He's selling shirts like that, bro. I don't know what the site is. I just seen somebody post it earlier on the Donald J. Trump site or whatever it is.
Donald Trump.
He take advantage of shit like this. You trying to at some point you got to learn that you can't out troll the troll. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to play by their strengths and go towards their weaknesses. Because you could have easily, if you played the nice guy role against this guy and was actually a nice guy, you would make him look like the bully. And what more do Americans hate than bullies, bro? Like real bullies, dog. We've had problems with that shit in our country forever. So if you're able to flip it over to me being a nice guy who just wants to fix the country, and this guy being the bully and who just wants to step on other people to get what he wants, you win. But instead, you want to be a bully too. You want to fight the bully. You want to beat the bully up. And then what's the old saying? From 100 feet away, I can't tell. It's a priest and a sinner. From 100 feet away, I can't tell who's who. Like you just trying to fight somebody, and not at some point you can't tell who the good guy and who the bad guy. Stop doing that, y'all. Who need a campaign manager? Fuck. I'm at home. I ain't doing shit.
Be sure to provide a link to your LinkedIn there, Mike.
I got you. Slide in my LinkedIn DMs, y'all. I'm out here.
I swear I won't ignore them.
But Joe Biden going on Charlamagne's show and like thinking about Bernie going on the Joe Rogan show. I just love that platform of being able to listen to candidates speak, bro. I ain't gonna say unfiltered, but as far as like there's no time limit, y'all just having a conversation, and especially if it's with somebody who's actually good at moderating conversations like that, you end up getting priceless information about candidates that you can't get through debates. You literally you can't get them through those debates and stuff, and there's nowhere else it seems like they can go and sit down and have a conversation like that. So I hope that becomes a wave in the future where we get these moments in time where real candidates sit down, have conversations, and you can really learn about them and learn about the law too somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's law podcasts and not just the law, but you know what I'm saying, like proposals type shit. But
yeah, and
I
mean,
because cool.
It was when Hillary was on with Charlamagne. That's when I found out that she carries hot sauce in her
got the hot sauce,
her purse all the time.
She was so goofy.
The pandering, man.
Man, she was so goofy for that one. But
speaking of Joe Rogan,
candidates, last thing, y'all, you don't have to act black for black people to like you. What black people like more than anything is authenticity. Be you, be yourself, but also understand that there are things in this country that need to be fixed, and you can reach out to helping them out. You don't gotta go on a black show and then talk lingo, say shit like lit, and it's a vibe. Like, don't do that. Just be you, bro. But also know what that community that you're speaking to has issues with. Speak about police brutality. Speak on incarceration rates. Speak on how bad the education is in inner cities. Like, that's the type of shit that we respect. You don't gotta be black for us,
or maybe
to fuck,
or
with
maybe
you.
Don't even speak on it. Just listen.
Yeah, that too.
You know,
what do you need?
Right.
But we're not stupid neither, though, Jake. So I think speaking to it means don't just tell me you understand what I'm saying. Come back with a plan. Give me something feasible that you say that you're gonna be able to do and make it make sense, so that everybody understands. Like, oh, if I get him in or I get this person in, they can work towards this and they understand what I'm saying. So stop doing the hot sauce and the purse bullshit, man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, like,
because you watch the Joe Biden joint. Watch the Joe Biden joint. He come in there talking he talks so reckless, bro. Like, he got this little slang on him and this southern accent. And hey, hold on, like he, like, Joe, just be a nice guy, relax, dog. He come in there wild, and like I say, he rambled too. It just didn't come off good to me, at least.
I don't know, like, to me, I've learned a lot about a lot of shit by just going ahead and, like, being willing to, like, shut the fuck up and listen to what you got to say. You know what I mean? And, like, I don't know that Joe Biden's going to have any sort of answer or be able to propose any sort of solution and stuff. So I think it'd be much better if he would shut the fuck up, listen, and show that he's interested in learning, and then, instead of coming up with a solution himself, bring the right people. Like, all right, Mike, well, we got these issues in Detroit that you're so passionate about. You know so much about it. You've taught me a lot. I really appreciate it. When I get into office, like, I'm going to go ahead and have you working on X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? Like, actually enable the population that's directly affected to go ahead and help work on these situations, because you're going to know how to fix shit much better than I am.
Yeah, and I kind of misspoke there. I didn't mean, like, as soon as I was thinking ahead in steps, right? So the first step is listening. It really is. Come to where I'm at, sit down, shut up, and listen to what I'm saying. After that, I need you to, we learned this during marriage counseling. Listen to your partner. Listen to what they're saying, active listening. And then when they're finished listening, regurgitate back to them what they said, so that you can truly understand what they're saying, and so that they understand that you really understood what they were saying. And that way you can kind of have like they can say, no, that's not what I said, or that's not what I meant. Let me say it again. And then you say, and so you're like, okay, so you meant this. And so once you get that build down of, okay, this is what you wanted, then you leave. And now this is what I'm saying. And I wasn't saying like all in one step. It's got to be you leave, and now you come back later on in your career, and you are and sooner than later, but you come back later on with people like you said. I heard what you said, Jake. Heard what you said, Mike. I brought on this person because he worked here. I brought on this person because he worked here. And these are the ideas that we have to help fix it. And then the third step after that is execution. And I'm saying, all I'm saying is you can't do that in one presidential run. It's got to be something that you've done over your whole political career, so that we can look back and say, oh, Joe. And like I said, in the interview, he kind of named a bunch of shit, but it seemed like that shit was so long ago. He don't get no, you know what I'm saying? I can't get into it. He say some stuff he did in the Obama administration. and a whole bunch of other things. But guys, to tell y'all the truth, I really don't know how much work the actual vice president and president actually do on bills and stuff that go through. Are y'all the ones writing them? Are y'all the ones overseeing them? Or are y'all just the ones who look at it at the end of the day and sign it or not sign it based on what your party wants? I don't know. I'm not in politics. So, but it's a building a relationship that takes years. You know what I'm saying? And you can lie and pander all you want during this shit, but you won't truly get a population's trust unless you have a track record of years of going to communities, listening, leaving, coming back with ideas, and then executing those ideas in their work. And I just feel like I don't know of anybody who's been like that in a long time, y'all.
Yeah.
We should run for office.
All right.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Did y'all listen to the album?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Y'all want to talk about it?
I mean,
No.
we're obligated, aren't we?
No, I'm done. I'm just gonna go.
I can't remember. I think you might have tried to cut me off to go to something else. Jake, was you about to transition to something else though? Or no?
Oh, just because you brought up Joe Rogan.
Oh, 100
You had
milli.
mentioned, you had dropped his name.
100 milli.
Now, so how, as an artist, how do you feel about him getting that deal?
Get the bag, bro. What you want me to say? I would never be upset with anybody getting money, because you know what this do, Jake, and this is for any type of business. When Joe Rogan gets 100 mil, that opens the door for the next big person to get 150 mil, and the next person after that to get 200 mil. But it's got to work for Joe though. First and foremost, his 100 mil got to pay off for Spotify. And if it does, and when it does, I mean, I can't really see it not paying off. But like we said, we talked about the video though. It's a lot of people who just need the video like me, and I love it. So I don't.
Spotify is doing video though.
Yeah,
have they kicked it out already?
No, they're currently working on it, and I think they picked them up because they wanted to stress their video stuff. And how do you do that? By getting one of the biggest people on YouTube.
Joe, bro. Y'all tell me one thing that's ever came out and then was working perfectly when it first dropped.
Well, I mean, so
Name
he
one
doesn't
thing
transition
that
over.
Why do you think parents have multiple kids?
Oh fuck, Dwazzy.
So what about Jack?
We always firstborns here, and you just straight dissed us. God damn.
I'm up for firstborn too, so
That's what I said. All three of us. Oh shit, that was good though.
But so the transition doesn't start till September, and then at September he'll be on Spotify, but he'll still be on other platforms.
Cheers to that.
And I don't think it's until.
Cheers to it, real quick.
Shout out to Joe Rogan there.
so he doesn't have an exclusive deal until then.
Until no, it's so. I think he's opening up Spotify in September, and then it's not exclusive with Spotify until like December or January.
Okay.
So they have some time to make sure that they get that video pinned down.
Yeah, but even but we all know this. It ain't nothing like when you finally go live, bro. So that's the only thing, man. You can do all the testing you want. I don't know. I just worry about what's going to happen when it goes live. And if you have too many bad experiences early on, that shit cuts people off super, super early. So I just hope that the launch is good. I hope that everybody love it. I hope they do something innovative with the video to make it easy to watch. Because right now, Spotify, you can only really use Spotify. You can use it on the web app, but I feel like they make it kind of hard to even get to the web app sometimes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So the easiest way is to use it on your phone, and I don't know, or download the desktop app. I don't know. I just want to see how they gonna integrate it and if it's gonna be intuitive. That's gonna be the most important thing. Can people get to it easily, and is it gonna make sense?
One cool thing they
What-
could do is like have the apps connected. So if you watch it on your machine and then you have to get up and go to work or something, it'll continue right where you left off.
They got the music like that right now. Like I can on the app or on the app on the desktop app or the phone app. I can
For the app.
play to this or play to that, play to Alexa. Like I can throw it around and it pick up where I was at and it knows where I'm at if I open the app. So like I hope they do that with the video for sure. 100 mil though, y'all. How much Jamie getting?
Well, but you, fuck, man. Like it's funny that you bring that up because I've seen some people complaining about how like that's much more than any artist is getting from Spotify and all that jazz,
bro.
But like, that's a valid point that he's raising that ceiling,
bro. He's helping
you know
out,
that was.
How much
Right.
did Howard Stern make when he made his jump?
It might have been about 100 mil when he switched over. You like when he went over to Sirius XM. It might have been around there somewhere. I feel like. I mean, we'll look it up real quick. It was a big money, but it was a long contract too. He signed.
Well, I mean, Joe signed what, 10 years?
Probably.
Well, and it's also funny because Joe's been criticizing
His shit was
YouTube and
half a
Google for a
billion.
while.
And he got bonuses in this shit.
I mean, but Howard Stern, at least for his era, was something different.
No. I'm not. I'm thinking it's 100 mil. He getting half a billy.
Yeah.
Plus bonuses, like incentives in your contract. Yikes. But okay, so do you see how long the contract was though, Wazzy, on there? Okay, so 100 million for first 5 years plus bonuses. After the first year, we're awarded 34 million shares, which was worth 216 million. So he had stock in the goddamn radio too.
Mm-hmm.
And then he signed a second one. Jesus Christ. See, now that's just being smart, y'all. And betting on yourself is a better way of putting it. But yeah, if you salty because my man's is getting that exclusive deal with Spotify, you got to stop being so close-minded. You got to say they gave Joe 100 million. First of all, Joe is one of the, if not the most popular podcast, period. So now you got to think to yourself, what do I do in order for me to get one of them contracts? That's it. And actually, you sit back for a minute. And you know why this hasn't happened to a lot of people, y'all? Because they keep taking these fucking endorsements and all of these, all that ad money and shit. So now you can't make deals like this easily because you already have other commitments to other companies that work with other companies, and now you stuck. The only thing I can think that Joe's really fuck with is Cash App. I know he got the Cash App endorsement. He probably got some other shit low key, but
between that and On It, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So stop jumping on the first bag y'all get, hold out, and then this is what happens. You get that big bitch. And like I said, this ain't doing nothing but helping you. Period, point blank. Especially if it works well for Joe.
Which
it's
it
not
will.
just Spotify that's gonna do it, y'all. It's all the other places are gonna do it. Who can we get to be exclusive on our things to combat the Spotify and Joe Rogan podcast? And it's gonna be contracts and deals getting handed out left and fucking right after that. Tidal, Apple Music for sure, and Spotify, and then Tidal, and then YouTube will probably start doing exclusive shit to people. Who knows?
They have a couple of exclusives.
Yeah, so this don't do nothing but secure bags for everybody. You gotta love seeing shit like this. It was a long time where wrestlers wasn't getting guaranteed contracts. And then there was other wrestlers mad because a wrestler got a guaranteed contract. Are you retarded? Now you can get a guaranteed, bro. You out here jumping off the top rope and busting your goddamn head open. And if you can't work, you don't get paid. Like, you don't want to change that? How retarded are you, bro? Stop being so one track minded.
Well, and it's funny because I was reading an article about John Jones and Francis Ngannou. Has been like a talked about fight lately in the UFC. And John Jones came out publicly saying, look, they're not willing to pay me what I deserve, so like it's not going to happen. And my first thought, me being me, is, I mean, for one, you're not going to win the fight. Like, Francis is going to fucking beat you via murder.
You think Francis is going to beat John Jones?
It's Francis Ngannou, bro.
You think he gonna murder John Bones Jones? 24
bro, it's
and
Francis
He got one loss
Ngannou.
because of the cocaine was still in his system. You tripping, bro? That's John Bones.
But dude, yeah, but this is Francis Ngannou. He needs
I know
one
who
punch.
it is. It's gonna be a good fight, but don't tell me he gonna murder no John Jones.
If he gets that punch, that's all he needs.
Bro, John Jones'
One punch.
reach is the size of the cage, first of all. I'm not trying to say that Ngannou ain't a beast. I would never fight this man. If he slapped my girl booty tomorrow, I'll be like, how I feel, bro. Did it jiggle right? What's your Yelp review? I'm not fighting him. But that's gonna be that. Don't tell me that he gonna just wipe the floor with no John Bones. John Bones, come on, bro. He snorted cocaine all weekend and then walked into the ring and whooped Daniel Cormier's ass and told him about it. He said, I was off cocaine and hookers all weekend and walked in and beat your ass. That's the best trash talk I ever heard in my life.
Bro, that was John Jones 4 years ago.
Yeah, I ain't trying to hear it.
He's not the same.
Yes, he is. He's forever involving. But continue.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a solid. He's a good ass fighter. He's fucking great.
Solid, good ass.
Great.
Okay.
What other words do you want me to say? Like,
immaculate.
I'm not trying to down.
You are trying to downplay him. Continue.
And he's gone.
My boy Josh heard him talking that shit. Look at that. Hold on. Get a screenshot of that face.
Yeah, get that kissy face going.
Every time I do that, he got it here. Did you get it?
Uh-huh.
All right, good. Any plans for Memorial Day, Waz?
Nah.
Have you seen your parents at all during the quarantine?
We did a face call or a video call.
Nothing,
Probably gonna do
nothing in person, no?
No, I don't really want to.
I feel you.
Like they wanted to
welcome back.
They're like, hey, you want to come over tomorrow? I'm like, no. I don't know. I know I'm an asshole, but no.
No, I'm not fucking doing it. I don't know what that's from, but it sounds familiar and it's funny. Welcome back, Kirk.
Thanks. I have no idea what happened. You guys froze, and
John
I tried
Jones
talking,
heard you talking
and
that shit, boy. That's what happened.
Apparently. But so my first thought is immediately like,
hold on, I was talking to Wazi. We're not about to jump back into your shit. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on, buddy.
Okay, my bad.
When do you plan on going? When do you, my man? So
face
are
there.
you using quarantine as a reason? Because I know you're not saying just no to your parents. So when they say, why don't you come over tomorrow? What's your response being, like the literal response?
Yeah, no, I don't really want to go. I'm not using an excuse. I kind of am, but I just
Wait, so what's going on here?
I was asking him
feel
if
like
he
I
had
missed
seen
something.
his parents during quarantine. He said on the Zoom call. I was like, not in person yet or anything? He's like, nah, I don't want to. Keeping it real. So I was just
So it's that you do not want to, right? Or that you just don't think it's like wise because of like the virus.
well, I mean,
He
my
don't
dad
want to.
had a pacemaker replaced last week, and my parents are old, so there are valid concerns with not going.
But that's
But
not why though, Jake. It's because you don't want to go, and I'm rolling. Sometimes not everybody want to see their fucking parents, and this is probably a good break from you. You was going over there every weekend cooking their asses dinner and shit for how long? Years.
yeah, every other.
You finally got you a little break. Yeah, come on now.
He needed a drink with that.
Yeah, got. Cheers to that break, baby. That too. I'm gonna use this shit too. All right. So now you can continue, Jake. What was you saying? And then we'll get into the breakdown of Lupe Fiascos Food and Liquor.
Just that. I mean, I'm not all like wrapped up in money and that sort of thing, But so like my first thoughts when reading what John Jones had to say, it was like, dude, just make the fucking fight happen. The money isn't important, but you're right, John Jones is the Floyd Mayweather of the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen anyone like John Jones before. His fight against Dominic Reyes netted him $500,000.
That's crazy.
That's right, and that's nothing compared to the bags that Floyd's brought home.
Floyd was making $500,000 in his first like 10 fights and shit.
Right. So, like, while I do want to go ahead and say, John, you need to be humble, especially since you just got another fucking DUI, you dumbass. But
his ass was talking to the cop.
At the same,
come on, John. I'm just trying to go back home, man. He knew the cop the cop like, bro, I told you if I pulled you, just the 20th time I pulled your ass over. Come on, that was funny. What's in your lap there? Oh, come on, man. I'm just trying to go home. That was the funniest shit I ever seen. Go ahead.
But if he is able to make this happen, he lifts that ceiling. The ceiling is no longer 500,000. The ceiling now is 750. The ceiling is 1 million, and that sort of thing. And that gives the opportunity for all these other fighters who are fucking sacrificing their lives. I mean, honestly, when you fucking think about it, it's kind of disgusting watching these guys fight, like typically from disadvantaged upbringings who are going ahead and standing in a cage with another man across from them and just pummeling the shit out of them. Kind of fucked up.
It is.
Fucking pay them. Pay them.
Because this is how scumbaggy most people who own businesses are. They say,
"Yup,
bro, I paid John Jones $500,000. Why the fuck would I pay you anything over $100,000?" This is how they talk to these guys. And anything, this is the best here, and this is what he making. You not about to make nowhere near that, and they disrespect you like that. So a lot of times it's not about it's not about the money per se, Jake. It's about the respect. You need to pay me this because you respect me as whatever it is I'm doing. Period. Point blank. I don't, it's not about the dollar amount. It's about it's about respect, bro. Because because then you start getting deep into it. How much did y'all make off of pay-per-views off of this? I'm the headliner of this pay-per-view. How many people are watching this pay-per-view because I am fighting in it? Now, give me my percentage. You made $1 billion off this pay-per-view. How the fuck could I make $500,000 off of it? It don't make sense. It don't add up, period. And at the end of the day, all I can do is the only way I can take it is that you taking advantage of me. And you thinking that I'm so stupid that I won't ever notice, and that's disrespectful to me as a man and to my intelligence. And that's how a lot of these dudes take it, whether it's professional sports, whether it's professional fighting, whether it's professional in our world. This is why we gotta stand up for our salaries when we negotiate for our promotions and shit, y'all. How much
unionized?
Yeah, bro. How I still gotta kind of look into the union shit. I don't really understand it all the way, but like Wise, like I said last time, like I'm working on this project. This happened and it broke and I fixed it. If I didn't fix it, we would have lost that person and we would have lost the $10 million that they was bringing into our company that y'all was expecting to come in this year. So why the fuck am I still only making $70,000 a year when I just made y'all $10 million off of a week of this work that I had to put in? It don't add up, period.
Well, I mean, a lot of it's also your benefits and everything. So,
and I understand that, Wise, but I'm saying, and I'm not even talking about your situation specifically. I'm just talking about there are situations out there where, and I think it is our situations being underpaid, bro. We motherfuckers been underpaid. I think specifically us three for the work that we do get underpaid, but it's not on one end. I respect it because it's not y'all job to just give me money unless I've earned it. But I've also got to be a man enough to come to you and say, I think this is what I deserve and this is why. Yep. Period, point blank. And then we can negotiate from there. So yeah.
Right. You got to be.
Go ahead.
You got to be man enough to step forward and be like, look, this is what I want. Enough. You know, yeah. I mean, but like, you just got to go ahead and make those like expectations clear. Like, yep. I expect this. Like. And this is why I back it up with data. I mean, fuck, Wazzy, you and your work, man, but
hey, that's what I'm saying.
Bringing in all sorts of money.
And it's just, and like you said, Wise, I know that a lot of it does go to benefits, but every year your benefits change. So I've seen years where our benefits were worse the next year than they were the year before. My salary didn't get raised after that. Y'all just took the money out and y'all didn't offer the same shit y'all offered before. So how can you? So all I'm saying is, and I feel like I'm already not getting paid the money I'm supposed to get paid. So where are y'all making up for that? So it's a way to talk to people that's higher than you and be respectful about it. But you gotta have those conversations sometimes. Hey, I think I need this. I think I need this raise. I think I need this title. Because titles is important too, like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And we gotta have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? And if you a pussy ass manager and or supervisor, if you take those conversations as disrespect, somebody that's trying to reach out to you to prove their worth. I know there are managers out here. I know some specifically that take those conversations.
Chris,
what do you not? Are you not? What's the word I'm looking for? You're not happy? You're not satisfied with what you have now? No, motherfucker, I'm not satisfied. Mm-hmm. And for you to be satisfied is disrespectful too. Like, I'm never gonna be satisfied. I'm sorry, I wasn't raised like that, bro. My father raised me to always want to take a step higher. Period. Mm-hmm. There ain't no stopping. When I die is when I stop, man. Period. Point blank. That's how I was. That's how my pops.
There should always be that next step for you.
Exactly, because the moment you stop having goals is the moment you die, and that's why you see people like Miss Betty still working at the front desk. Every old person I know that sat down, retired, and stopped doing stuff, they was gone a year later, bro. It's the ones who keep moving, keep motivated, keep goal oriented. You survive. Humans need it.
Yeah, I mean, my dad technically retired like 10 years ago, but
still
not in
working.
it.
It's like
No.
you talking about. I got shit to do, son. You want to get lunch?
No.
No. You got any plans for Memorial Day, Jake?
I think we're gonna take the longboard out.
Mm.
What you call it?
Julia's got some plans. Meeting up with a friend of hers.
Giving her that long.
And they're gonna have.
Oh, that's good.
Might make a Jake Jr. But no, Julia's gonna be meeting up with a friend of hers. So I was like, well, shit, I ain't got nothing going on. I've been jonesing to jump on this longboard, so might take that bad boy around town probably.
I'm rolling. Shalonda actually headed out tonight. Her cousin back in town for a funeral. She got a little Airbnb out in Ann Arbor, so she gonna visit her tonight. Yep. She went to the service earlier, and let me tell y'all how weird services is during COVID-19, bro. They only letting like 5 to 10 people like be in there. You know what I'm saying? And like for a ceremony. Mm-hmm. So you can basically not have a ceremony unless, you know, your sons and daughters come in. When you go to the grave site, they only letting like 3 cars into the grave site to see it drop or whatever. Like it's
mm-hmm.
The funeral business is wild right now. So because of social distancing, she went there today. It took super long because they did like the memorial beforehand. And then only like 3 people could view them at a time. And then they said only 10 people could be in during the ceremony. And then this many cars when they drop them down. It was wild.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy. So she gonna go up there tonight. And I think she gonna stay the night up there with Shanique. I don't know yet. So, what's going on? What we got?
We want to get into this Lupe?
Sure do.
What is this here?
That's the track list.
Oh, okay.
What is this here? What do I have here?
Well, it was just it was a blank screen for me, so it's a little
What's
slow here.
going on here?
I got that fucking tape delay, bro.
All right. Just so y'all know, I nerd out when I get to talking about this album in particular, because there's just so much gold in it. So many things that touched me personally for different reasons. So, I just want to look at something real quick. Y'all had 1 playthrough, 2 playthroughs. How many y'all get through?
I only did 1 playthrough.
Okay.
I really wanted to do 2, but
you only got 1 too, Wazzy?
Yeah, I'm showing it on screen. This is.
Yep.
I got a couple where I listened to.
I didn't know that's what that was. Okay. I'm looking at something else right now just to clarify for myself. Okay. Yep, that's what I thought. All right, so I just wanted to. So how we usually start these is the person who picked the album kind of gives a breakdown of it, why they chose it, the significance of it. So I'm the one who chose it, and so I will kind of tell y'all. Just off top, Lupe is my favorite rapper of all time. It's not a debate for me. Simply because of it starts with this album and then it goes into a second album that really stamped it for me, right? So Food and Liquor, and he does a great job of explaining the reason why he called it in the intro track. Also, another key thing about the intro track to me is how fire the fucking beat is to me, and I've always wanted him to rap off that beat, but he just, you know, he didn't, so it's okay. But food and liquor, and as he says, it's two things in this world, good and bad. You got your food and your liquor, shit that you need and shit that tears up your body, period, point blank. And then it goes into the album, and just from there, bro, off of that, and it starts off with the poem, right? The girl who does the poem, her name is Aisha Jocko. And if y'all don't know, Lupe's real name is Wazalu Jocko. So I always thought that Aisha was his sister, but I've never found anything to actually say that that's true. But I'm pretty sure that that's his sister doing that poem in the beginning of the song. I'm not sure though, but she also does. She like was the main person at his charity, the Lupe Fiasco charity, which they call the Mural charity now. So it's just too many things that make me think that that's got to be his sister. How many people's last name is Jocko? I don't know. But just so y'all know, when this album dropped, man, I was just so used to gangster rap, y'all. Like the most introspective shit that I was really into at that time was Pac. And even Pac was a gangster rapper, quote unquote, but a lot of his shit like changes, like you know, he came out with not Dear Mama, the Mama track. He had hits where a lot of it was talking about poverty and what it's like to be in the hood and how fucked up it is. Like he had a lot of introspective songs. But besides that, man, I was all in the G Unit. I was all in the fucking Jada Kiss, Mobb Deep. It was all gangster rap, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying motherfucking rap that I was into. So, and then at the same time, I was into like top 40 shit. So I wake up every day and watch MTV, and whatever was like that top pop shit that was out, I knew all about that shit. So that's why I knew a lot about. That's why I started learning about, like, you know, the Green Days of the world, or the weird like Blink 182s, like, you know what I'm saying, like those bands was really hot at that time. So I knew a lot of they shit. Linkin Parks, that was my boys back then. But as far as rap, it was like I needed hard raps like about killing and shit. So when Lupe Fiasco's Food and Liquor dropped, I actually hadn't heard Food and Liquor. I actually heard, the first time I heard Lupe Fiasco was on a song by Kanye West called Touch the Sky. Kanye let Lupe feature on this song, and this came out on his late registration track album. Let me check real quick. I don't want to get this wrong. Just want to check. Yep, it was on late registration. And late registration came out in 2009. So Food and Liquor had came out in 2006. So I had completely missed Food and Liquor. So, excuse me. I got a damn piece of rice stuck in my throat, dog. God damn. That's just like in that weird, like between your nose and between your throat. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Hold on 1 second. I'll pause this out so And excuse me, late registration came out in 2005. I was like, ain't no way that shit came out in 2009. I was in college by then. Late registration came out in 2005, right? Kanye West had Touch the Sky on there. Lupe Fiasco was a feature on that track. Never heard Lupe before in my life. Touch the Sky comes on, and then the first line Lupe comes in on is Lupe's is third. Hit a quick steal like Lupin the Third. And I was like, wait, somebody that raps knows about Lupin the Third? Like, I was big into anime at the time, so I was like, I'm already rocking. That's crazy, dog. Like, peach fuzz buzz, but I'm bitter on the verbs. So I'm like, his flow is crazy. He know about Lupin the Third. Who the fuck is this guy? Never hear from him again for a year. Next thing you know, I'm in Coop's living room, and we recording music and shit, and then I hear a song in the background. Kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, and coast. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck is that? Who out there talking about skateboarding? And I run out there and I'm like, that's the motherfucker from Touch the Sky. He going crazy. So that was like the happiest I ever been, y'all. I just don't know, because that whole song is like, I was big into skateboarding. You know, we was playing Tony Hawk like a motherfucker, dog. Like that was that time, bro. And I was in love ever since. So, and this is a time, and we just talked about this last week, where it wasn't no Spotify. Songs wasn't just dropping every week, every month, dog. So you would hear from somebody and then you couldn't hear from them again till the album dropped. And that's just what it was, unless some shit leaked on LimeWire or FrostWire. But the leaks wouldn't happen, like, you know, the earliest you might get something before it drop is a month, but usually you won't get nothing but about 2 weeks ahead of time, as far as a whole album, a week ahead of time. So I didn't hear from them again, really. And then the album dropped, and I'm like, I'm on, bro. Intro off top caught me. And this, and like, I can't iterate this enough, y'all. I didn't know that you are allowed to rap about other stuff except for guns and gang culture. I thought that rapping was just strictly for being a thug, being from the streets and talking about those hardships. I didn't know that you could be into the shit that I was into and still be a viable rapper that actually had songs on BET, 106 in Park, MTV. Kick Push was a global song, y'all, about skateboarding, and it's actually about a love. It's like a love story, actually, about a dude and a girl who meet each other. They both have similar interests, but it seems like everywhere they go, they get denied because of the shit that they love, because nobody accepts it. And you know, think about that now. People, they was like, y'all can't skateboard here, but that was a thing. They was like, ain't no skateboarding over here. Like, motherfuckers was banned from places from skateboarding when we was coming up, y'all. Like, don't, because it's loud and it's irritating. The kunks, the neighbors couldn't stand it. So, like, that's a dog ass line. Like, how do you explain the sound that pissed people off? But that's a line, bro. So I was in love off that song alone. And then what really took me to the next level is Daydreaming. And the reason why Daydreaming took me to another level is because Jill Scott's my girl. But I had one of the
Jill Scott.
I had one of the hardest dudes in the school come to me and say, yo, you heard that Daydreamer from Lupe Fiasco? And I was like, what you mean? He was like, bro, he said, what's the line he say that, and I'm like, wait, first of all, how the fuck you heard a Lupe song before me? Second of all, how dare you try to put me on? And the line is, he say, I told you cornballs, I hush puppies. The swans in my pond call my duck ugly because they love me. And that, I'm like, yo, you hype off of the hush puppy bar? I didn't even know motherfuckers that was hard cared about flow like that, dog. That shit crazy. The swans in my pond call my duck ugly. Like, that whole flow was crazy. And Daydreaming is fire because of, it's just perfect. He started off with the whole metaphor of the body parts, and you know, it's hoes selling hoes like right around the toes and the crackheads beg about the lower leg. Like, he go up the whole body part in the first verse, and that shit just crazy to me, dog. So this album is so perfect because of the fact that you get a little bit of everything on here. You start off with Real, which is just a continuation of the intro. And it basically talks about how I feel. They say they wanted something real, and I'm like, damn, I did want something real. Like, something they could feel. And he just getting into the fact that you don't gotta do this type of stuff to be considered real, and that's cool. And then Just Might Be Okay has a dog ass verse where he just describing his life to building a house, and then you take that whole metaphor to building a house to what the mother goes through and having to have built that house. And then you talk about the son who has to, he say at some point, he say he gotta go outside and face the people with the same face that he used with his mother. Oh no, he said you got to go outside with a different face from the one that he faces mother. So like this dude got to be happy inside, show his mommy he love him, but then when he go outside you got to be a real motherfucker because you could die at any day. And then he switched it all the way around to saying it's me, and this is what I had to go through to get up and get out of here. So I'm like, this motherfucker's metaphors is crazy. His and really that's just what's the word I want to imagery. His imagery is fantastic on some of these songs. Then you go to I Gotcha, which is one of the first songs that's produced by the Neptunes, like Pharrell and them. And I'm like, this beat alone was just so different from what was coming out back then, y'all. You didn't hear beats like that back then, and it's hard to imagine it now because it's a lot of weird shit that you hear. But when I Gotcha came out and Pharrell, that's when Pharrell was really in his bag. You didn't hear shit like this. And then that's when he had the whole he got the soap metaphor in here. I went from musty to musky and y'all can't trust me. And that it's just so fire. It's just so fire in that song that I'm just like, God damn, he go crazy. And then he do the whole bar of soap lines in there. And then you got the instrumental, y'all. Now I went to see Instrumental live and he played that song 4 times in a row and it sounded great. It got better every single time he played it, y'all. Live band, and then he just goes in, and the instrumental is key because the instrumental was on every Madden from like Madden 04 to like Madden 08. The instrumental was on there, and it just comes in so hard. He just sits, watches the people in the boxes. Everything he sees, he absorbs and adopts it, and it's just so crazy because he is the master also of spitting the same verse twice. So the first verse is the dude watching the box, but he's trying to, and like just listen to the lyrics. It's literally almost the same lyrics except for he changes a couple of verbs and adjectives in there to change to be about what he's talking about. So the first verse is the guy resisting the box, and then the second verse is the guy already now absorbed in it and he don't want to let it go. And the box is TV, it's consumerism. It's being stuck in wanting to buy shit and getting caught up in what people want you to want today. And then he flips it over to he say, she say, where he does the same thing. He spits the same verse twice, y'all. But the first verse is from his mother's perspective and the second verse is from the son's perspective. And all he does is changes up one word. He's instead of saying you or he says I and me. But it gives both verses just a completely different feeling, and I had never seen nobody do no shit like that before, y'all. And then we can go through the rest of them, but Pressure with Jay-Z, you did not get a fucking Jay-Z record back then, y'all, period, point blank. This was his first fucking album. I never heard of him before, and he got a Jay-Z feature on this shit. How? Who you know to get you the Jay-Z joint? And of course it's because you know Kanye, but it wasn't even because of that. It's because Jay heard him spit and he respected him so much that he jumped on that track. And I still to this day cannot find that Pressure instrumental, y'all. The only thing they got online is some bullshit chopped up version that you can't rap over. I want that beat so bad. And then the final thing that I'm going to talk about, and then I'm gonna let y'all speak, is The Cool. Now The Cool is the beginning and the end of a storyline that is key to Lupe Fiasco's genius. The Cool starts off is the first time you hear about Michael Young, and then y'all gonna listen to The Cool next, his second album where he gets into this. But The Cool is his death, what happens after his death, and he's resurrected. He comes back in the same suit that he was buried in, similar to the one his grandfather was married in. Yes, like, and so it's just the imagery at full display where he's trying to tell a story, and then you feel and you can see every fucking thing he's saying about this dude coming back to life. Liquor fills up the casket. At the bottom is a note where his sister wrote saying I miss you, like all this shit that he's saying. And then at one, my favorite line in this song is he say like a reverse archaeologist, I guess. his golden treasure is sunshine. So like instead of he say a reverse archaeologist, what are you talking about, motherfucker? But you saying instead of digging down into the dirt, you digging up, and your treasure is the sunshine because you're trying to get the fuck up out of there and get back to the streets. And so this is the end, but it's also the first time you hear about this story of Michael Young, and then his story is just so fucking clever. His the people that he used for the story to depict what Michael Young goes through before he dies is poetic at least to say. And it's the first album I ever listened to, really, and I had to replay it 10, 15, 20 times before I understood everything that you were saying in the album. All the albums I had listened to before that, for the most part, I got what I needed to get out of them after 2-3 verses. But this shit, I had to go back, y'all. Like 2-3 listens, I mean. Most was one listen, I understood it. Every now and again, I'll run into a Nas and he have a rewind on this shit, and I gotta listen to that a couple times, or you know what I'm saying. Every now and again, you run into somebody where you gotta go through it. But I never had nobody have this type of metaphors where he got a whole song where he can do the bar soap. And the Pressure song with Jay-Z, his whole rhyme scheme is about sewing. And so it seems that I'm sewing jeans in 1st and 15, and it's just a sewing machine. So I cut the pattern and I so it seems. And then he get into the motherfucker and say a little big in the waist, 2 pockets on the back, like big as in B.I.G., Notorious B.I.G., and Tupac, 2 pockets in the back. And it's like a dog ass rhyme scheme that I'd never heard nobody do before, dog. So as far as like how much I love this album, I can't even describe it because it unlocked me to understanding a different level of rap that I didn't know existed, but then I demanded from everybody that I wanted to hear afterwards. Sorry, I had to nerd out on that one, y'all, but I can't.
Oh boy,
I can't not do that much of a breakdown on this album and feel comfortable about it. I can't.
Oh, you're gonna turn the volume back on. Sorry.
I can't, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't not do that.
Well, so for me, like the rap I was listening to before Lupe, I don't think I got to Lupe till probably about 2007, 2008, and it was a coworker that turned me on to him. But it was before then. It was any rap I was listening to was in that vein of Eazy-E, DMX, No Limit, all that, Ludacris, all that sort of thing. And so I feel like it was a very similar sort of thing. But a coworker of mine, Kevin Neither, shout out to the Tech Ninja, he turned me on to him. He was like, I've never listened to any metal before. Give me some metal, I'll give you some hip hop. So he gave me some Lupe Fiasco, and I mean, the rest is history. I really
it
can't
wasn't
go ahead.
Food and Liquor though.
I think it was one of his like 1st and 15th mixtapes.
Oh,
but
amazing.
Yeah, but like very soon after, like I pretty much immediately tuned into Food and Liquor, and I mean, my favorite track will always be Daydreamin'. The imagery that he uses there, and Jill Scott's beautiful fucking voice on that track is like nothing compares. Not a damn thing compares. It was funny because, you know, I mentioned earlier about how Memorial Day I'll probably be taking the longboard out, and part of that has to do with Julia's sister. She's into her longboard and stuff like that, and she was last time we saw her, she was talking about going longboarding and that sort of thing. So I've been like, man, you know, I've got mine just sitting around. But I listened to Kick Push, and I was like, yeah, definitely need to jump back on that and listen to that song at the same time.
Yes, sir.
But I'm interested to hear what Wazzy has to say, because I've heard the album a million times.
Are you dead, Jake? I think Jake's battery died.
Oh, there you go. He back. Say something, Jake.
Uh,
He was there for half a second. That's crazy. His face again. And every time I click it, I always forget that I'm not gonna get it. Go ahead, Jake. Cheers, Wazzy, to Jake's shitty connection.
Yeah, I don't. So, like, I'm looking at my stuff, and you know what? Now that he's gone, I actually look fine. It might actually legitimately be his connection, because you'd go like super shitty every once in a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you too. But like you said, you top notch now.
Yeah,
and
you're
top notch too. I can read everything on the track list and all that shit.
So Jake needs a new router.
Well,
I
ain't got shit.
I think it is Jake's connection. I think Jake's shitty connection is what makes stuff look terrible.
Shit. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's clear?
No.
Okay, fine. That my phone's practically dead at this point, so.
Oh, you don't got a charger, bro?
I do have a charger, but it's all USB-C.
Bluetooth headphones?
No, not anymore.
All
right, Wazzy. Break
All right. So I'm not a huge fan of hip hop and rap in general. So I'm definitely glad I listened to it. Let me pull up the track list. So to me, it started out slow. I think with rap and hip hop, it was what you were saying, where it was all gangster rap and hip hop, and I don't have a connection to that. But I'd heard Kick Push, and I like that instrumental Daydreamin'. Actually, the whole second half I liked. I think instrumental or Daydreamin', one of those two were probably one of my favorites on the entire album.
Mm-hmm.
They were just more interesting to listen to. To me, hip hop and rap is, trying to think about how to word it, vocally very boring. So that isn't the lyric part, and it's not the music part. It's hearing the emotion in the artist's voice. To me, it falls flat in a lot of hip hop and rap. Like Eminem, you can hear what he's saying in a lot of things, and Lupe in a lot of it, you could hear his emotions of what he was trying to say. But there were others where it just, to me, it felt flat in terms of what they were trying to convey through their voice. And to me, that's kind of what I love in music. So I think instrumental or Daydreamin' had, they weren't normal just beats in the background, and that is the other thing, is just a beat in the background is boring to me. Where they both evolved through the song, and they had 8-bar, 16-bar beats where it wasn't the same 4 bars over and over again in terms of the sampling going on. It was something that shifted and changed as it went. So I thoroughly enjoyed listening to it. So I'm definitely glad I listened to it. I mean, it probably won't be something I randomly throw on, but I enjoyed listening to it, and
And you know what? That's funny. It's not funny. I understand it though, because I am just a glutton for content. So I don't give a fuck how I don't know. Emotion plays a key role and stuff, man. But if you not saying shit, bro, I just almost I almost can't respect it. So whenever you hear Lou on a beat that's like one that you like, oh, this is kind of a calm beat, it's on purpose. It's because he don't want you to listen to the beat. He wants you to listen to the metaphors he's using within the beat. He wants you to hear the stuff that he's saying. And if I could sit down and go song for song and do a fucking lyric breakdown, it would be like, oh shit, I didn't even hear that, or I didn't even know that that's what he was saying. And
Actually, all of
that's what I love the most about music. What are you going? What picture are you painting? What lyrics are you saying? That's like, fuck, that's crazy. How you even thought about that? How'd you even connect that?
I listened to all of these songs with the lyrics up, so I could tell what he was saying because he had great flow. Like the way he was, his flow, it was great. I liked the way it sounded. It wasn't just the old DMX barking at you type of thing.
Shout outs to DMX though, barking at you. Ain't nothing else got me hype like that. Look, go ahead.
But I mean, for me, the first listen to of a song is going to be overall what the song is trying to convey, not through not vocally, not lyrically, just the general attitude of the song, which is why a lot of these songs with the exact same beat over and over again, I'm probably not going to give it a second or third listen to because it didn't grab me, just the general feel of the song. And like Instrumental and Daydreaming, they grabbed me because they were different. They had an evolution throughout the song in terms of the beats and the background music. And then on play 2, I'll normally listen to what the vocalist is saying, and then play 3 is usually when I get the actual vocals or the lyrics of a song and understand it. But to me, it just I don't know. I need that emotion to come through the actual song and not just lyrically, because I'm too dumb to understand lyrics a lot of times.
It ain't about being dumb, no, Waz. It really is about experiences and knowing about certain shit. You won't catch a metaphor if you don't even know if you've never even experienced the second part of the metaphor before. You know what I'm saying? If a dude's saying something that got 2 meanings, but you don't even know the slang for the second meaning, how could you ever expect to like how we started off talking about down with the Orthodox? If you never knew that down is like a word that we use, like, no, I'm down for him, you would just take it at face value and you would think, nah, okay, I'm not riding. So if you don't even understand, it's a lot of stuff in here that and the best part about this is I've in the last 2 years have watched a movie or something that I never watched before and been like, fuck, that's what Lou is talking about in Food and Liquor. Like, I've caught myself being like, fuck, I didn't even know that's what he was talking about there. So you know what I'm saying? That's the best part about me. And then shit like he say, she say, bro. It's just sometimes it don't even gotta be a word. It don't even gotta be a bar. When you just say some shit where I've been feeling like where the story is like a son just don't got his father around enough and he feeling left out. He not doing as good as he used to because he feeling depressed and his teachers notice. I notice. Can't you just be around? And that type of song fuck with me, dog, because I felt like that at one point. Like, goddamn. Like at the end of every verse, he say, fuck, what'd he say? Hold on. Chance. Why don't you give him a chance? It's like, hold on, let me see real quick. Okay, turn it on all the way.
Since she was old enough to hold for money or to come back when I try to provide.
Oh yeah.
And he say, mommy, that
he ain't asking you for money or to come back to me. Some days it ain't sunny, but it ain't so hard. it just breaks my heart when he say, "Mama, that ain't your part to be a man." I try to make him understand that I'm his number one fan, but he's still caught in the stands. I know the world is out to get him. Why don't you give him a chance? It's like, and I just be like, fuck, bro. Yeah, nigga, why don't you give me a chance, bro? I don't want nothing from you. I just want you to be there. And I used to feel that. That song made me shed a tear when I first heard it. Like, I don't, you know, maybe when like my pop was a deadbeat. Poppy just worked all the time to keep us in the house that we was in. So I just never saw him, but I felt like that. Like, so, so I agree with you saying, Wazzy. As far as like, emotion plays a big key and shit, but I just this is my contribution to this this segment that we started doing. I'm gonna give you a deeper appreciation for lyrics, period, point blank, and I'm gonna break down some of the shit that really makes sense and I think is deep enough to where you might not have caught it on the first time because of just how you was brought up, how you was taught, how you seen shit in your life, and how it is actually emotional. So when we get into the cool story, that's gonna be even deeper breakdown, bro, because it's basically about what we think is cool in life, bro, period, point blank, and how it's actually not, and how it's gonna lead you to being killed later on. It's easy for us to say now, but as a kid who grew up in the neighborhood where the motherfuckers, my father was going to work every day, 16 hours a day, but then you seen a drug dealer pull down the street. He got a better car than your dad. He got more girls than your dad. Everybody seemed to respect him more. You see that shit, bro, and you think that that's the cool thing to do. What your pops is doing is the lame shit to do. But Lou is trying to tell you what happens to them cool motherfuckers, and the story is crazy. So that's all I want to do. Put you on some shit you've never heard before, and give you a deeper appreciation for the bars. Jake,
I
can
definitely
can you still not talk while your video is up?
Probably
Okay,
not. So that's why I figured I'd just go ahead and
okay, I feel
yeah.
Here, if we want to see Jake,
just so the people know. Just so that people know, Jake's busted ass computer cannot allow him to speak and show his face at the same time.
And fuck yourself.
Put that other picture up too, Wazzy. Put that other picture. With his mouth curled up. I know you just switch between them. What was you about to say, Waz? And then you go after that, Jake, because I know you switched over so you could talk.
I was gonna say I definitely enjoyed it. It's just it's not in my normal repertoire of music that I like, but I always love hearing new things. I'm never gonna say no to listening to something new, and just lyrically I need to hear it just the way that my mind works, you know.
Nope, I know.
Or vocally I need to hear it. I don't understand lyrics right away.
Nope. I'm rolling. I feel like that might be how most people listen to music. Go ahead though, Jake.
Well, so I had accidentally clicked the stop sharing video, but I guess I do got something to say. But what I was gonna say is that it's funny to me you talking about the cool Mike and how it seems like that's gonna be the next album that you have us listen to. When after I had you guys listen to Undertow, I was like, man, do I have them listen to another Tool album? And I said to myself, no, but now you got me thinking.
Bro, it's whatever, because they don't got 100 albums. We're not about to be listening to them back to back to back to back. So, and I'm doing this just purely because of the story that is telling in here. So that's fucking.
You look so sad.
You look so sad. It's like.
When did you take that?
Hold on.
When you were disconnected. So we have Super Sad Jake. We have Rip earphone users.
That looked like somebody said a really mean joke to you, and you had no response because not only was it mean, but it was true. And you just
This is a meme football net right here. Take it and make it a meme.
It's never true.
Fuck. Ah, shit. Thank you, boys, for letting me nerd out on one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Dude, it's so good.
It's
just so good.
I was going to sit down and write down some of the best lines because the issue is you still don't even hear metaphors today sometimes out of dudes. Like these shits came out in 2006 and he was thinking like this, and I can't iterate. If y'all would have heard this in 2006 when I heard it in 2006, and I know you heard it, you heard it a little while ago too, Jake, but if you would have heard this in 2006 wise when I heard it in 2006, it's a whole different feel. That's why it's kind of hard to even bring people back to old shit, but I just remember vividly how I used to feel and being so shocked at this album, because not only is it good, y'all, but the mainstream recognized it as good. This album got 3 Grammy nominations. It has 4 singles on it that went gold or platinum, and then I think Kick Push went platinum, and it even went platinum overseas. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing for people to like your shit. It's another thing for the music industry to recognize your shit. So not only is you spitting shit that's like, fuck, man, I'm that same kid who is a nerdy motherfucker but had to grow up in a badass neighborhood. I didn't like the shit that these other dudes liked, and I made it out the same way Lou is. But you getting a Grammy for spitting like this, bro, because you're not even just saying I'm a nerdy dude who came from the hood. You saying wild ass metaphors in your shit to where Daydreaming, bro, starts off on a whole body scheme. How do you do that, bro? And people was like, that's a hit. We gonna play it everywhere. Dog, right around the waist and that, dog. So it's like, it threw me off on 2 levels. 1, is really good. 2, everybody else recognized it as good. And now I can be this type of rapper. And it changed my life, dog. So I wish y'all could have came to some of them early concerts too, because like I said, Wazzy, I seen them live twice. Early on, a little bit after this dropped, and then I saw him live with B.O.B. And B.O.B. was one of the greatest performances I ever seen, because he was playing the guitar, he was playing the piano, he was playing the drums, he was rapping while doing all that shit. It was the craziest performance I ever seen. And then Lou came out and just destroyed it. So
what years did you see him?
Who? Lupe?
Yeah.
The first time I saw him was in 2007, maybe 8. It was probably 8. I think it was either 8 or 9. I was at least a senior. Maybe I might have started college. I got to really think about it. It might even been that summer in between the two, because I was going back and forth to the crib a lot that summer. And then the second time I seen him was with Shalonda and my boy Chris, and that might have been 2010, probably. And it was at the Fillmore the second time. And can't remember the first time. I had to think about it. Might have been St. Andrews, but that was when he was really big. So I really don't think he was doing no St. Andrews at that time. He was he had to have been somewhere else. It wasn't St. Andrews. I love St. Andrews though. Yeah, I love tight venues. Have you ever been to a concert, Wazzy? I know that's a weird thing to ask, but
yeah,
so I don't know. Sometimes you'd be like, I don't know if you hate concerts and think it's trash or not. You been to one?
Oh no, I love live music. Take a guess at what my first concert was.
Linkin Park.
It was 31 years ago.
31 years ago. So 2000. My math is bad. Jake, help me out.
No,
2000?
19.
It was 91-ish.
Who was on 91? Did you go see the dudes who
Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice.
Bro, it's
No.
if you went to go see Vanilla Ice and don't know Lupe, I would have slapped the shit out you. You went to go see the dudes, you went to go see the dudes who made that Creep song?
No.
What, Radiohead?
Yeah, you would see Radiohead. Blink 180.
Nope.
No, not Blink. Green Day. You had to go see Green Day. You went to see Green Day.
Oh no, not Green Day. No.
Why not Green Day?
91 Green Day? No.
They weren't talking about shit in 91.
I had
Beach Boys.
No.
Metallica.
Nope.
AC/DC.
Give us the first letter.
Think it's something like hard that you went to go see. You said what?
No. W. You've all heard him.
I know. Hold on. W.
He avoids all controversy if he can, except with one song.
Why do I not even know what the letter W looks like right now?
You said
It'd be really weird when
it's
you
just one dude.
Weird Al?
Yep.
You are so fucking Polish, bro.
This bastard went to go see the weirdest of owls.
Wazzy, I'm not buying fucking pierogies from anyone other than your mother.
I want a mother's pierogi too.
I feel like we need to see. I was gonna.
Oh, fuck.
No, but so I went to see like Taste of Chaos, which was also amazing. It was at Kobo. They had like Atreyu, Dragon Force, Avenged Sevenfold. I love. I mean, I moshed
love
for
the name Avenged Sevenfold too. Like that's such a dog ass name, bro. Like how'd y'all come up with that sweet ass name, bro? I respect a band that can come up with a sweet name. Continue.
Oh no, I was just saying
with
that
the Orthodox. That's today's podcast episode. I don't know though. Fuck, Jake. You gotta tell me.
every time I hear it, I think of Jake's favorite band.
Mike, I'll give you a pass.
Okay, we rolling. Okay, I'll just do a clip of that part, so we can explain. I don't know. We almost at 2 hours, by the way, y'all. So what y'all want to do?
What's a long one?
Cheers it out.
Cheers.
Thank you for enjoying this time with me. My wife and son are gone for the night, so I'm going to be showing my dick on ChatRoullete. Tune in about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's still dick just littered all on ChatRoullete, ain't it? Go on ChatRoullete real quick, Wazzy. Let's see if we can see some dick. No homo.
I don't want to give them access to my camera.
Your camera already is being used right now, so it shouldn't even
Next,
shouldn't matter.
they'll get my OBS camera.
Yeah, unfiltered. Click that unfiltered. Yeah.
They're gonna get them themselves.
Mute yourself. Hit that mute at the top right there. Okay. Oh, you just hit next. It was the next button at the bottom left hand corner of the screen. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. As soon as we see a dick, we go jump out and take a shot. Come on. Yep.
I mean, I could set my. There we go. It took what? One actual try?
Cheers. Cheers.
Peace.
Peace. Now you say it again because I can't be the last piece.
Peace.